Hello and good morning. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about the last topic related to probability, listing all the possible outcomes. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to find and list all the possible outcomes for a single event or two events. Let's take the first problem that we have. We throw two dice together. Now, let's say there's a question that is asking what is the probability of getting a double sixes? You need to construct a table like the one shown here. In this table, you will write all the possible outcomes from the first dice and all the second outcomes from the second dice. Now, the first dice will be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. The second dice will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. There are no other numbers. In this table, you will write all the consecutive probabilities together. 1, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4. So from the first dice, we'll get a 2. From the second dice, we'll get a 5. From the first dice, we'll get a 5. From the second dice, we'll get a 3. Now, these are all the possible outcomes from both dice. You can see that we have 36 possibilities. What is the probability of getting a double six? If you look through all the outcomes, it will only be one probability. So you can say the probability of getting a double six is 1 out of 36 because we have 36 mutually exclusive outcomes. If I am asking you what is the probability of getting a 4 from the first dice and a 5 from the second dice, you will look at our table. 4 from the first dice and then 5 from the second dice, which is this outcome. If you look through the entire table, you will only find this one outcome. So the probability for that happening will also be 1 out of 36 because I have one outcome and all the outcomes are 36. Also, a quick way to find the number of all the possible outcomes without having to count them is by saying I have 6 outcomes here and 6 outcomes from the second dice. So 6 times 6 will be 36. Now let's take another question. I have 2 fair dice. They are thrown and the scores are added. These are the scores, and then if you add them, you will have this table. If you add the first score, 1 plus 1, you will get 2. 1 plus 2, you'll get 3. 1 plus 3, you'll get 4, and so on. Here in the last row, 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 2, 8. 6 plus 3, 9. 6 plus 4, 10. 6 plus 5, 11. 6 plus 6, 12. Now, I added the scores. What is the probability of scoring a total of 8? Let's take a look at this table. Where are my 8s? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So scores A, if I score an 8, the probability of that happening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 36 because you say 6 times 6 will give me 36 possible outcomes. The probability of getting 8 or more. Will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 out of 36. This probability is equivalent to 5 over 12 by dividing by 3, dividing by 3. You will get 5 over 12. What is the probability of getting less than 8? Less than 8 are all the numbers that are not circled or underlined. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 possible outcome out of 36. This probability or fraction is equivalent to 7 out of 12 by dividing also by 3. What is the probability of getting a multiple of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The probability of getting a multiple of 5 is 7 out of 36. And there you have it. First, you need to construct the table. That is the most important. And then you can answer all the questions after you found all the possible outcomes. Now, if you need to construct this table from scratch, let's say your question is having 2 dice thrown. You will first make 1 column and 1 row. This is for the first dice. And here is for the second dice. Then you need to list all the outcomes of the first dice and all the outcomes for the second dice. So the first dice might roll 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, or a 6. The second dice might roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. Now there you have your table. And it depends on your question. If he says, write down all the probabilities and what is the probability of getting a double 1, you will say 1.1. So the probability is 1 out of 36. If he said that the scores are added up, you can just add them without going through listing all of them. You can just say 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 3 is 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 plus 5 is 11, and so on. And there you have it. I hope this was helpful. And please, if you have any questions, leave them down below. And I'm looking forward to hear your feedback. Thank you.